what does it mean?
Oh, come on.
Wait,
man.
right now?
Real Chili's is everything.
Real chili has always been there for me.
Spirit of our campus. Come on.
It has always been there for me on the hardest nights, the best nights. It's a place that you can go and feel safe.
This had to be like 2018 or 2019.
Oh my God. It's
National Marquette Day. We were working all day and just cooking and cooking and cooking. 2 hours later, one of the kids that was working that night just calling, like, not crying, but kind of overexcited. It's like, we're out of everything. So I drive over here, and there's probably 200 people outside waiting to get in.
Medium spaghetti only with cheese, or hot spaghetti only with cheese.
Marquette Special with extra jalapenos.
Yeah, Marquette Special hot with 2 cheeses, an onion, and jalapenos. They didn't have jalapenos back in the day.
No.
That's
It's
new.
been a nice addition.
Yeah.
I'm a chili mac dry, hot, no beans on that, but then loaded up with everything else.
How has, this restaurant stayed open amidst almost everything on the block closing down?
An incredibly eclectic clientele base. One, two, three, great.
All right.
And they would serve just like they do now. You would line up, you'd sit at the counter if there was an open spot. If there wasn't, you'd get someone who looked like they were the closest to being finished.
Right.
And there was always your friends in there, but then also people Marquette's a really terrific environment, community, so you always knew everyone in there. And the cracker wars were epic. People would just throw crackers across the way at each other, and you could expect that was going to happen, and everyone joined in on the cracker wars. The girls, the guys, everyone.
1985 was right before they switched the drinking age from 18 to 21.
There is, however, another aspect about Marquette life which is not highly emphasized in the college handbooks and high school recruitment letters. This unique aspect of MU is the Well Street bar scene.
We were all right ahead of it.
Who knew, right?
Yeah, right.
And then,
O'Donoghue's?
yeah, and back then
And-
O'Donoghue's was small,
and-
and then they added on the east wing of that. Do you remember that? That was
And
like
we'd be skewered if we didn't mention the Avalanche.
the Avalanche, correct. And then the Mug Rack, which was in the old Union, they had a ton of beers on tap and bottles. And then on nice days like this, they would have Mug Rack on the road. So we would set up outside and intercept kids, students, between classes.
To what it was, much of what used to be along Wells Street and even on State Street, in the 12th Street area, as I recall, most of that is entirely gone. But the one thing that remains pretty much as is Real Chili.
For me, is nothing's really changed inside of there. It's kind of frozen in time in terms of the decor, in terms of the menu for the most part. It's revisiting history, certainly. As often as I come down, all those memories start flooding back, and you can't get enough of that.
Real Chili started by Francis Honish that started a 9-stool walk-down restaurant in the basement of the Jay-Z Residence Hall during the Depression, and then grew from there. They expanded to 15th and Wells in the 50s, and then in 1976 it moved to the present location on 16th and Wells. It's just been a really fun community to be part of. I've seen Real Chili stickers all over the world traveling, walking.
That's the guy from Antarctica, South
Yeah,
Pole sticker.
he puts one on the South Pole every year. He works for 3 months a year as an air traffic controller at McMurdo Air Force Base on Antarctica. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. We've been in business now for 93 years. We have the same spice vendor, same meat vendor. We keep doing the same thing we've been doing.
Do one thing, do it well.
Yeah. And try not to deviate from it or screw it up.
That's what's great about it. You come back to campus 40 years later, you walk in there and it's the same, other than there's new posters of the current teams up there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it looks the same, you know, those same comfortable red stools.
It's probably the one thing on campus that has stayed the most similar to what it was 40 years ago.
The whole East Town building was not here at the time. That changed. The restaurants from Angelo's and Marquette Euro, the bars have changed considerably.
And I think that's part of the charm of it. When you do come back, you'll see this when you get older and you come back to school. It's kind of neat to see some familiar places still here that you had great, you know, memories of.
Yeah, just a rotation of life, kind of.
Now it's up to you guys to keep it going.
You can't buy traditions.
As long as Marquette stays open, Real Chili will be there.